Before entering into the fundraising industry, I was under the impression that fundraising was easy. Because I have a lot of networks, I know very high level of individuals who was multimillionaire, billionaires. But when I interact with them, I try to understand their psychology. My subject was in economics, and I try to narrow down everything in demand and supply. And the accountant always see the point is debit and credit. The stock market's always the bullseye and the bull's market and the other market. But I read a lot about various people's life, how they structured and went through all the ordeals to reach a certain level. One such man whom I admire is Warren Buffett. Now, he once said, "You are dealing with a lot of silly people in the marketplace. It's like a big casino, and everyone else is boozing. And if you are, stick with Pepsi, you should be okay." What is the underlying lesson of it? The curb your temptation. There is a lot of stuff to get excited in the market. If you stay sober, that means if you are level-headed and focus on the long run, then possibly you will be okay. Buffett reminds us that Brian Graham and David Dove, his teachers and legendary himself in their own right, they taught him that in the short run, the market is a voting machine. In the long run, it's a weighing machine. Considering that we are living in the short run, we must learn to focus our investment gaze in the long run. Success never comes in a vacuum. It is specific to the economy and society, and the society we live in. We simply find our talents in relation to the problem and the society defines for us. Be grateful for your success, but not prideful. No one becomes successful solely by themselves in this world. Never. They need someone's or somebody's help along the journey. Circumstances and the right network combined with the people's own talent and hard work come together to produce the individual success and brilliance. I'm telling you that the best way to solve a problem is to avoid it totally. And that success comes from the ability to solve the small problems. That's one reason we do not like to invest or the raising fund for businesses that are in highly regulated industries with a lot of 7-foot problems, or in the technology firms where the disruptions a form of 7-footers happen frequently. Instead, Buffett said, we like to deal with businesses that have more mundane problems. In other words, short-term focuses are dangerous because it is unreliable. They focus to investors on the short run, which is the wrong perspective to take when it comes to investing. Now, that just because of a company does well in the bull market, that does not necessarily mean or make it a good investment. For all the markets, we don't follow a greater fool theory of investing, where we buy stock at high PE because we hope to sell it at an even higher price to a greater fool. Keep up with the times, but don't go crazy taking unnecessary risk. That is, risks without adequate or compensating payoffs. According to Warren Buffett, as I quote, our advice is to take risks, but know the risks you are taking and make sure that the payoff will be there for you more often than not. Absence of effective auditing and the sellers of securities and reckless speculation by buyers lead to faulty markets. Eventually, bubbles burst and horrible consequences. Remember the price-value relationship. Speculation is the most dangerous when it looks easiest. Now, there is a pin lies in wait for every bubble. When the two eventually met, what will happen? The bubble will burst. Again, let me quote Warren Buffett. We investors should remember that excitement and expenses are our enemies. And if they insist on trying to time their participation in equities, they should try to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy only when others are fearful. Unquote. Excitement inflates prices for the sellers at the expense of the buyer. Fees and expenses eat away at not only your return but also at your principal. So take care of your fees. Lastly, let me again quote Warren Buffett, and this is one of my favorite. I will tell you why I like cigarette business. It costs a penny to make. Sell it for $1. It's addictive. It has a brand loyalty. Thank you.